Welcome. Been a while. I started the 404 show on the concept of humor, tech news, and internet news, which kind of, well, it's difficult to keep that up when you've got a full school schedule, as well as, other stuff to do, and it takes about... Alright, let's do this. So, guy named Aaron Greenspan, right? So he runs Think Computer Corporation. He makes business software. Alright? Nice look. Now, he's got a website, right? Yeah. You got a new domain name to go with the topic. So, which makes sense. I mean, yeah. So while the product's being developed, you've got it parked. Yeah, like just so it says this product is coming soon. Ads. Nice. Nice little way to just say, hey, just, get ready. And I'm making a little income if someone comes over. But for some reason, this domain has been pulling in a ton of traffic. Don't know why. Yeah, so they just put up some AdSense ads. Yeah, so they just put up some AdSense ads on the page and waited for it. So they're bringing a bit of money. So everything he says, quote, and I quote, everything went according to plan until 11 a.m. on December 9th, 2008. With a single click, a faceless Google employee decided that Think Computer Corporation's membership in the AdSense program, quote, posed a significant risk to our AdWords advertisers. Oops, sorry. And the account was disabled with no warning. Sounds like government work. It really does, as you see in a little bit. Anyhow, this guy, so, nothing that bad about that. Just, close an account. But $700 were still owed to this guy, Aaron, from Google since the last month's payout for AdSense. Yeah, that's a little annoying. So $721 to be precise. Now, okay, so he really couldn't. Google was not going to pay him the money, it seems. So he gets the standard "your account has been disabled" message. We hate that. Now, knowing he was somehow a significant risk to AdSense, he didn't really make any sense whatsoever. Read on. So, more than once he tried calling Google over the to find out why he'd been disabled. I mean, he's like, why did I get disabled? I don't know. So he couldn't find a number for AdSense support, which is extremely strange. You see me looking off to the side. I'm looking at the story here. Links at the bottom. Now, okay, so he calls them, right? And he gets to the receptionist, and they're not even allowed to actually transfer him to the AdSense team, or actually to AdSense customer service. Even if there had been, it wouldn't have mattered much, he says, because he also couldn't be transferred to any of the engineers who worked on AdSense, or product managers, or executives. It didn't make any difference that he was a paying customer for the service. Really? This would make sense, really, to me, if you were just some Gmail customer. I mean, you're freeloading 7 gigabytes off of them for God knows how much time. But that would make sense, and you're just reading research on it. But this guy's paying Google money. It's starting to sound like government work. So he tries the more aggressive approach, and he tries to be transferred to the legal department. Then, too, he was not allowed that option. Despite the clear existence of a legal department, he says, I was told again that I was not allowed to speak with anyone in it. For the time being, he gave up. Now, I should point out this is actually written by him. The guy who, Aaron Greenspan, the guy who's well, this is happening to him. Anyway, 2 days after the account was disabled on December 11th, 2008, Google's AdSense team posted a message on the blog introducing a new system called AdSense for Domains. In short, exactly what he'd been doing for the past, couple months. I found SIDENOTE, a European company that had a contract with none other than, you guessed it, Google AdSense, to display advertisements on a placeholder website. By signing up with SIDENOTE, I could again use AdSense, but with one small catch. Since SIDENOTE was the middleman, my effective rate of payment per click was somewhere between 1/5,000th and 1/10,000th of what it had been before. Directly, he was making no money at all, since normal AdSense click amounts are almost nothing to be minuscule to begin with. So that made from here to here. So, not preferable. It seemed that Google was willing to pay for my website traffic after all, so long as it wasn't me receiving the money. I already posted this on the AdSense forum, with thousands of AdSense partners regularly asked questions and voiced gripes about the program, so I thought I wouldn't hurt to post again, hoping someone from the Google legal team might see my concern. Again, there was no reply. Come on. Spoke with Adam C. of AdWords once again on the phone after posting that pointing out that in the United States of America, the accusers are generally given the right to know both the crimes they're being accused of and the identities of their accusers. Mr. Spears responded by saying that such thinking did not apply to Google's terms of service. Effectively, Google's position was that it was above the law, not any law in particular, then at least above the spirit of the law. Irked, I decided to find out if that this was tenable. This is where he goes the extra step. This is something the consumer has to be like, yeah, about. So, on January 15, 2009, I walked into Santa Clara County Courthouse in Palo Alto, conveniently fell within the same county lines as Google's home of Mountain View, filed a civil small claims lawsuit for $721, the amount of Google owed, thanks to Google owed Think when it disabled the account using Form SC-100. For a total of $40 in court fees, I arranged for Google Inc. to be served with certified mail. The hearing was scheduled for March 2nd, 2009, which will be 4 days ago, if I get this up on Friday. 5 days ago, if it gets up on Saturday. Good going, man. Good going. So, since lawyers are not permitted in small claims court, good thing, because Google's legal team could probably fit on a small island. Excuse me. Google sent a paralegal, Stephanie Milani, during the short last-ditch resolution period before the hearings of the afternoon schedule began. Miss Milani argued that I must have done something wrong to deserve my fate. When asked her for what, she didn't know. Okay. Seeing as how this is getting a little tedious, I'll skip to the point. Google can terminate your account for any reason, she told me. Funny. That the judge basically, he won the argument based on the fact that it said for any reason and not for no reason. Because they had to have a reason. Meaning that they could not. The example the judge used in his closing was the judge said basically that Google could not have closed the account for him having brown eyes instead of blue eyes. Yeah. So he awarded Mr. Greenspan the amount of $761 for the amount owed, including court costs. This is a legal win. Now, Google is definitely, their slogan is don't be evil, but they're definitely sort of becoming the evil empire. I have to say this. First of all, they own half of my information. I mean, my entire email account. I have to say, I have nothing at all against Google, just reporting this. You know, I love Google. YouTube. But Google is definitely becoming more of an information vector. I mean, we're getting all information from Google. I use Google Google search at least 5 times a day. Maybe more if I'm so inclined. But Gmail, YouTube, Google News, Gmail, Google Groups, Google Sites. I mean, come on. Google Health? Really? That's getting a little extreme. But, I mean, Google's slogan is don't be evil. But this certainly seems a little evil. I mean, this seriously seems like government work. And I don't think Google's going with government. It shouldn't be. But either way, Google is definitely becoming more evil. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my rant for today, except for one thing. Google Updater! What the hell are you doing on my system? I don't want you. You're inviting me to update every day, and I'm forced to remove Picasa because I don't want to have it on my system when you're updating it every day. Okay? Stop. It's not funny. Something that runs every time, even though I can't disable it, it's called spyware. And it's generally removed. Thank you. I'm Justin Gerard. I'll join you next week or sometime later this week for more rants. Thank you very much. Goodbye.